Rogers TV. I'm one of your hosts, Rhonda Brown.
And I'm Krista McKee, filling in for Mary Jane, who I miss atrociously. I went from outside to inside, and I'm learning a lot. So thank you, Mary Jane, but I do miss you, and I'm looking forward to you coming back.
Oh, she is the magic maker around here, and
yeah,
she's going to get a big fat chuckle out of all of the shenanigans that have happened in the last week and last week's show. So, and an update, we have to let everybody know.
Right.
I went home, Charlie got the full going over. I went up and got the little green tool to remove ticks, and it was super easy.
It is.
Yeah, it was not very difficult. Now, when that little guy unlatches and you see all the little things moving, and that was not pleasant. It was like a creepy movie. Yeah, but he is doing very well, and he is at home where he can lick to his heart's content whatever he likes at home in the proper space. So he was a bit of a character.
He is. He's a lovely dog.
Yes. And I guess we have to give a shout out to Festival of Northern Lights really quick, and the Kiwanis Santa Parade, and I don't know the rest of the name of what the downtown core did, what they title it, but it was fabulous. I got down there just in the nick of time, I think, and for the lights and things, and it was a great day.
It was a huge event, and hats off to Rogers TV, the Kiwanis Club, the Downtown Association for the little cards that they put together for shopping, and of course, the city police that are here right now with us.
Oh my gosh.
Great lead-in. Great lead-in. I know.
What a segue.
We are smooth, aren't we?
Yeah.
I didn't know that was coming. That was
well, there you go. See, you got to be on your toes. You never know. You never know. So we're very happy to have you here with us today.
Yes, we have Chief Craig Ambrose from the City Police, and we have Jason Cranny, the Community Services Officer. So, and what are we here to talk about today? Because I think I've seen a little bit of it on Facebook.
Yeah, so we're here to talk about the Citizens Police Academy. So it's going to be the first annual rollout of the Owen Sound Citizens Police Academy, which actually has been done in larger services, but it's an initiative that we wanted to do here in Owen Sound, where we actually get to take people inside the service. Not only physically, but also to actually learn a little bit more about what we do and why we actually do it, and having a bit more of that transparency, so people actually understand the process in the many different roles that we do within the service. Because oftentimes people see patrol officers on the road, and some of the foot patrol and traffic stops and going call to call. That's one thing, but then to kind of learn about what some of our service actually does when those calls actually come back to the station or come back inside, and whether it's major case management, whether it's forensics, whether it's communication, our mental health mobile unit, all of that stuff. And so the idea is that we actually want to offer up the academy.
That sounds brilliant to me, because I think it's the idea of dispelling any prejudices or preconceived ideas as to what our police officers are doing. I think it's the same idea with counselors. People think, oh, it's just an easy cash grab. These guys aren't doing anything. What a waste. The time and effort and what's going on behind the scenes, the paperwork and all of that. I think this is really a great idea.
Yeah, we've been trying to roll it out because of COVID. We obviously couldn't, but now we're at the point where we're ready to go, and it starts in January. It runs 6 weeks on Wednesday evenings from 6:30 to 8:30. It's free of charge. Anybody can apply. We will be doing an application process, and those applications are available at the police station, online through our website, and it's really just so that we get a nice cross section of the community. We don't want first come first serve, and then everybody that we get is from one group of group dynamic, and we really want to be able to reach everybody from youth to seniors and people who are interested in policing careers, some people who are retired but just want to know what happens. And really, you're right about dispelling the myth. It's not we don't wrap up investigations in an hour like they do on television. There's a whole lot more that goes into it than that, and so we want to be able to take people behind the scenes, and we'll take a criminal investigations branch case right from the beginning when you first get the little bit of information from your complainant and explain why it can can take weeks or months to run that investigation and all the steps, and if you have to get a judicial authorization to get information and to get evidence, and how that evidence can work, what's admissible, what isn't. And so we'll take everybody through that step. We'll take another week where we'll talk about the criminal justice system and say, you know, people are concerned about the criminal justice system. We're one cog in that wheel. So it's really important that the Crown attorneys participate, the judges and the courts participate. And so it really gives a perspective of the whole criminal justice system. Same way we're talking about our dispatch and communications center. It's a lot more than just Owen Sound. We dispatch and provide communications for 43 fire departments throughout the province, and 6 police services, and you know, we were at one point running a police service in a different time zone within Ontario. So it's not just a small geographic area. It's a big undertaking, and the reason why we do that and how we do that and how that helps the taxpayer of Owen Sound, and that offsets the costs for that. So.
You also have something else going on. We just have a couple minutes left for your segment, but you also have this going on, which is something that people need to know about as well. Yeah,
I would love to get community input. We have a community survey that's going out this week. I think it goes out Thursday. We're trying to, and basically it's mandated on the Police Services Act that we do a business plan every 3 years. So updating that business plan for 2023 to 2026, we're going to look for community input. So that survey will be available online. That'll be going out through the city's website as well. And really, we want people, it's a community police service. We want the community to form the direction moving forward, and how we move forward, what the priorities are when we're moving forward, what people's concerns are. The survey gets all those bits of information, and then we can tailor our response and work on our plan to meet the needs of what the community sees as important.
Wonderful. You guys are busy. I can't get over the amount of work that you guys do, and even your community outreach too. Like, we haven't even touched on that, on how you are, but people can get involved with the survey as well as this as well. I think this is really cool.
Yeah, I did.
And I think it's really important, just to add on to what the chief had said, that we want a good cross section. You know, lots of different social identities represented within our community, so that we get a good cross section, whether in the academy or also filling out the survey.
Wonderful. Well, thank you very much, guys, for popping in, and I wish you all the success with the academy. I think I'm going to apply.
I know. I think that would be so much fun.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll go down to the police station to do that.
Or you can just go online and on our website, and you can get the information there.
Wonderful.
Awesome.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you
See
very
next
much.
time. We'll be back after these messages.
This program is brought to you by Ignite TV. Now you're in command. Visit Rogers.com for more details.
From coast to coast, all across Canada, there's something very special going on. It's time to show your support. Time to spread the word. Time to demonstrate your commitment to safe and sober driving. Join thousands of Canadians and tie a ribbon on something or someone you love. And take the time to have a real conversation about impaired driving. Mad Project Red Ribbon. Tie it, wear it, show it, share it, live it. Find out more at mad.ca.
Ho, 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 ho. Hey, kids, it's that time of year. Join us on Rogers TV for Talk to Santa. Give us a call and we'll have a chat. Ho, 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 ho.
Grey County Life on Rogers TV. I'm one of your hosts, Rhonda Brown.
And Krista McKee.
Yeah, we have a very full show today, and we've got a very special person in here today who I am a very, very big fan of your work, and I got to meet Raquel again at a mushroom class, and I've been told that you are just brilliant on everything that you try, and I certainly can attest to that with your art here in our community. It's been fabulous. We have Raquel Yang, the artist, and Ann Dondertman from the Grey Gallery here today with us on Grey County Life. Hi.
Hi. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, welcome back.
you.
What a great commission work opportunity, because I myself am thinking, wow, I've seen them on Facebook and displayed, but we've got to get down to Grey Gallery. Unfortunately, we were saying that I don't know how you call it. Thank you. That word was completely gone. The exhibition isn't going to be on after this particular show airs, but we can always contact you, Anne, down at the gallery. Yeah. What's happening at the gallery these days?
Right. Well, we've got Raquel's show of watercolors of downtown buildings and locales. And of course, a lot of people would already know Raquel's work because she did the huge mural that's on the side of our building.
And I did not know about that and the gardens that are there. It's gorgeous. That
you.
whole mural tells a story in itself. Like, you could sit there and interpret so many different stories in that mural. So it's gorgeous, and you do beautiful work.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Raquel did a whole series of paintings, so it's really nice to be able to see them all together on the wall. And she also has prints and cards, so those will be available even after the show ends.
Yes. Yeah. And they are really lovely. Really lovely.
And just even talking about Raquel's cards, you have captured all the historical buildings, or you're working on that in downtown Owen Sound. And the work that you've done, it's simply breathtaking. Today was the first time that I've seen it, and it's just, it's like a capture of time. It is just so unique what you have done. And those cards can be purchased at the gallery.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, they would make wonderful Christmas gifts.
Yes, they would, absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, what inspired you to start this whole process?
So I remember my first time to visit Owen Sound, and I was impressed at the age of the buildings, and most of them are like 100 years old.
Yeah.
So where I from in Taiwan, we don't have that many buildings like that old, especially like the houses where people still live in. And I have seen so many different style of the house buildings in big city. And for example, Toronto, I remember every time when I come visit Toronto, from the highway, I can start to see those tall and bling bling buildings. Outside looks fancy and modern, but there's no soul. So that makes me start to worry about those historic buildings in Owen Sound. Maybe 10 years later, 20 years later, they will disappear. So this is something I start to think, how about I can paint and use my skill and document them. And I think this is a nice way for the community to give back to the community that welcome me to be here.
Yeah, well, you've definitely captured it in the cards that you've created, and those cards are just a snippet, I'm assuming, of what is on display at the gallery.
Well, of course, the originals, I mean, the cards are good, but it's not the same as seeing the originals. So if people have a chance to.
And they're for sale at the gallery.
Well, yes,
Yeah,
there's a
it
few
is.
left.
A few
been a
left,
popular
yeah.
show.
I kind of thought that, that they would be very popular. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic news.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm sure this is an ongoing project. I will still keep working on this project Yeah.
That's a great idea.
We had a lovely time at the opening because Richard Thomas came and he told stories about some of the individual buildings, so that was really fun.
Yeah.
And we're thinking maybe there would be a book project in the works somewhere.
That would be wonderful.
There you go. Yeah.
So would that be something that you'd be initiating the book project, or is that going to be a kind of a group effort?
Yeah, I am thinking about in the future I might to make a book, and with some of the history and story with the image. So this is maybe next year. It's coming up. Yeah.
Yeah, I have a feeling you're a very busy lady.
Yes, I am.
Yes. What are some of the other things that you have going on?
Other things. Well, my personal thing, working on the garden. Yeah. Yeah. And yeah. I just suddenly cannot think. Cannot make a list.
Chinese Year of the
Yeah.
Rabbit is coming up, and
Yeah, so I used to organize the Lunar New Year art show for the community, and the next coming show is the rabbit. So
That's very exciting.
That
yeah,
is exciting. Now, what does the rabbit represent?
rabbits. Yes. Aside now a little bit about rabbits, the personality of the year of rabbit people would be more friendly and has some connection with the people's relationship, something like that.
Oh my.
Yeah,
Very interesting.
they are kind. Yeah.
That's early in the year. isn't
yeah,
it?
so what happens is we put out a call to artists, so all kinds of different artists, not only professionals, but some amateurs as well, submit a piece. So there has to be a rabbit in it, obviously. But other than that, they're free to decide their medium. And
Wow.
so we get a beautiful range, a very diverse range of pieces usually.
Yeah. And so what's the next exhibit at Gray Gallery? When would
The
all
next
this
exhibit in December is a joint exhibition by Alan Glicksman and Cindy Norton. Cindy Norton exhibited recently at the Walters Falls show. People might have seen her work there because it's a sort of surrealistic sculpture that she makes out of cogs and metal and all kinds of found objects. Really interesting work. And Alan Glicksman also would be familiar to people, so he's doing these black and white drawings of figures, so figurative work.
Yeah.
And at the opening, there's going to be live music, so that'll be lots of fun.
Wow. Do you already have the artist in mind?
It's Grind, the band
Okay.
called Grind, so Alan Glicksman is actually in that band. In fact, both those artists are also musicians, so many talented people
Yeah.
in this community.
Yeah. Is there ever? Yeah. Yeah. And it must be exciting to operate your own gallery and to be able to be a part of that community.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it sure is. It was really a revelation when we came to find out just how many creatives were already right here. We didn't have to go far to find people.
Yeah. We are really lucky. We
Yeah.
are really lucky. Yeah. I think it's part of the environment. The nature, what we have at our doorstep is, and the history of our city and area, yeah.
It's interesting that sometimes it takes an outsider to see just how lucky we are here and to capture, in this case, the historic buildings with her usual flair and talent. So.
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah. And you've definitely expressed it with the mural that's there. You've definitely you've made your spot in the city of Old Sound, because the mural just speaks to so many different themes. So I have to apologize. Today was the first time I knew it was there, and I got this little wee business card from her with the mural on the back of it, and it is absolutely stunning. And the eye that watches you is actually the world. So now I have to go down and I have to look at the world within the eye of the beholder. So
Yes, people come downtown.
yes, I know.
There's a lot there.
Exactly. I said to them that I think I live under a rock, so I need to get out and have a look at this mural. It's just gorgeous.
I think a lot of us have felt that way. So being downtown and getting out and about and having the openings and at the gallery and the parade and the Festival of Lights, there's lots of reason to go downtown these days and shop local and support our friends and families.
Yes.
The next event downtown is Moonlight Madness on December 9th. And Raquel will be at the gallery making cards. People can come and join in, or they can just purchase cards.
Oh, now how
Like
does someone
seasonal
get
cards, Christmas
How does
cards.
someone get involved with that? Is it a
Just
workshop?
drop in.
Just drop in.
Just drop
For the
in,
Midnight
no
Madness.
any fee. It's a free workshop, and learn something, skill, do some craft. Yeah.
Okay, what time does that start?
I think
we start 5.
5 o'clock. Okay, and
Till
then
midnight.
you'll do one every hour. One
Well,
every
I
two,
think we'll just,
depending-
Raquel will just be on hand. People can join in as they drop by. So it's very casual.
Wonderful.
Have you done
Oh.
teaching before?
Yes, I was a teacher when I lived in Taiwan.
Oh my goodness. You are very talented lady.
Oh, she's got a huge, huge life that she has already lived, and here she's dropped into our laps. We're so lucky.
Yeah.
She's a musician too.
What? Not that professional, but yeah.
What do you play?
Play flute in the city band.
In the city band.
Oh, you're in the city band. Oh my goodness. You were you in the parade as well?
Yes, that was so too cold. I was like, the snowstorm was horrible.
Oh yes, because everything would get froze. Yes.
Frozen trumpet, frozen trombone.
Yes, I noticed the trombone. It wasn't sliding anymore on the float, and I felt so sorry for him. Yeah, yeah.
What an event, though.
Yeah,
It
it's
was an
amazing.
event.
It went ahead.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
And so many people came in the end because at first it looked like there was nobody there.
Yeah.
And then the street just filled up. So that was really nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was. It was a huge success, I thought.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, and I was just overwhelmed with the amount of people. And then once Santa went by, everyone just followed Santa, and the street was deserted. It was like a ghost town. It was like, am I in a movie? Because it just, I was the only one left standing out on the street. It's like, okay, guess it's time to go home.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah, it was pretty amazing. So you were open during, you were, okay, wonderful. And all part of that lovely, I guess, shopping experience that the DIA had put together as well.
Yes.
Yeah. No, a lot of work went into that. A lot of work. Yeah.
So in the new year, what are your plans with the gallery? We've got the Year of the
we'll be
Rabbit.
Probably starting off with that.
Yep.
I don't know the exact dates for that. I mean, winter's kind of a slow time.
Yeah.
So another thing that I'm thinking about is we have a weekly life drawing at the gallery. So it's uninstructed. It's really like for working artists. And I was thinking it might be nice to have a show of their work. So figurative work done by some of the artists who come to that. Yeah, we've got a few things kind of sketched in, but it's been hard to plan ahead these days, and so
We're still flying by the seat of our pants.
we sort of are, yeah.
Yeah. But you know what? We're doing it beautifully, I think. Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it is, I was just reading things about that nature, that winter is a time to look inward and hibernate and rest and store up for the new year and all of that. So as an artist, do you find that you get inspiration in the winter, or is that when you kind of finish off what you've started that previous year?
Yeah, it is, because winter it's not easy to go out, right?
Yeah.
But it's kind of feels I get more time to working on my artwork as well. Yeah. And every time when I'm working on my painting, and I kind of feel that's kind of that word, I'm losing that word again. Meditation as well. I found that way too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gosh, I wish I was talented when it comes to art. Yeah. Always want to, but just, dreadful results. So, yeah, and, you do have to know your talents, right?
Yes,
a little bit.
You do have to. Yeah, I'm a good stick man. That's about as far as I could go. Would be a stick man. I was never good in drawing.
Yeah.
Especially, I just can't seem to get the dimension where you have captured that dimension. I would have to say my favorite card that you brought in here is the Selden House, Jason's Pub. You have captured the dimension of that building. That it's an entirely different life than how I see it when I drive by it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
how you have captured that in the painting. I never really gave it any thought that it's triangular.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, I've lived here all my life, so you
No,
have
you
done
get used
something
to
very
things.
special by putting that on paper. Yeah.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And there's a few buildings like that, like you were saying in Toronto, where it's a corner building. I don't know if it's the Iron Building or the Iron Works, I think.
Gridiron, I think it's called.
Gridiron, yeah. Really cool building. Same idea on the corner like that, yeah. But it is. Your work is beautiful, yeah. And what a fabulous way. If you're sending cards off to people from away, what a great way to do it and show them, their hometown maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So those will be available at Grey Gallery. So if you're looking for special gifts, definitely support our local artists and pick up some of those cards at Grey Gallery. And you're open?
We're
Monday?
open Wednesday to Saturday from noon to 5. We'll have some additional hours in December. So,
Okay. And they can go on your website? Just
yes, go on
to
our website,
check out?
our Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah.
We also have a
Wonderful.
newsletter if people want to sign up. So.
Awesome.
Wonderful. Oh,
And don't forget about Moonlight Madness, because you'll be able to sit down with Raquel and maybe get a few pointers. I probably won't do that just because it would be bad.
okay. Thank you so much for coming.
Yeah, well, we look forward to the next time when you're back, and maybe in the spring when you've got some new commissions or things that are on the go. We'd love to get an update.
Yeah.
We'll be back after these messages on Grey County Life on Rogers TV.
Okay.
Okay.
Awesome.
I was born and raised in Musqueam First Nation territory by my mother, who spoke Hunkaminam to me. As a child, I ceased using my mother tongue, as to use any language other than English was considered not being Canadian, so I was told. The old people came to me in a dream and reminded me of who I am and where I come from. I have reawakened. My roots are strong, and I'm no longer a silent speaker. My language tells me where I'm from. It defines me and guides me to teach others to learn and understand our culture and traditions. A gift for those in the present and the unborn generations. What was lost is found. What was asleep has awakened. My blood is here, and I am complete. I have returned home.
Lovely viewers, it's your host of On the Couch, Antoine El Hashim, reminding you to tune in for every episode of Season 9 of the longest running and most loved local queer talk show on Rogers TV. Check it out.
Every year, dozens of Canadians are killed or seriously injured because they take risks around railway tracks. Talk to your loved ones about rail safety. Visit stoptracktragedies.ca.
Great County Life on Rogers TV. I'm Rhonda Brown. We have the lovely
Krista McKee.
Krista
but
McKee.
Filling in for Mary Jane. She'll be back next week.
doing a fabulous job. Don't let her kid you otherwise, because she is Wandering Grey Bruce, in case you didn't recognize her,
Yeah.
out of her element a wee bit.
So I'm totally lost, in other words.
No, that's not true. But we have very special guests in the house today. Jackie Ralph from the Canadian Mental Health Association. She is the supervisor of the Youth Awareness and Education. She's a dynamo in our town. Everybody knows Jackie as far as I'm concerned, and she's fabulous to listen to and be in the same room with, because she is a ray of sunshine and hope and love and everything good. Okay? We really like you.
I like you. So your enthusiasm is contagious.
It is.
It really
it
is. Yes.
But we also have another very famous person in town, which I did not recognize, didn't realize who she was, but she is Shauna Harvey, who is Big Mama's Kitchen Creations. And I've told Shauna that my son Emerson is going to be so excited, and I'm going to get her autograph to take home, because he loves her hot sauces. And I always get him a little something for Christmas and birthdays and that sort of thing. So yeah, he is going to be thrilled with this. But today we're here to talk about a very exciting event that's happening, and it is to support our youth awareness and education program.
But we're just a tiny part of it, because the biggest
Okay.
part is all those amazing vendors that are going to be at the event.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so you have to tell us a little bit about that. But I have to do shout outs to the coordinators of this event. So we have Shauna here today, but over in the grain room we have an old member of Rogers, and that is Tiffany Gray, and she's one of the organizers. She is Floating Goat media design, graphic artist, animation, logo design, posters. So if you have something that needs to get done, Floating Goat would be somebody to check out, because she's a hugely talented individual. She's one of the coordinators. We also have Debbie James and Jenna McKee, but I'll let you, Shauna, talk about what they are behind the scenes as well, because I wasn't sure about their role.
Debbie James is a local artist
Yes.
out of Port Elgin, and she is a brilliant painter. She does a lot of work on glass, so bottles, sometimes mugs, sometimes glass blocks, all different kinds of things, so home decor basically. And Jenna McKee is a brilliant cake, dessert designer and baker. Most people would know her from her wedding cakes all across Grey and Bruce County.
There we go. Yeah. See, this is why we do this, so we figure out who everybody is and what the connections are. This is fabulous. Wow. So you've got an eclectic group of women with food and art and media. Sorry, and that's, you were saying just before we came on. This is food.
It's
art,
food, fine art,
crafts.
and crafts.
Yes. Wow.
For 3 days. For 3 days. Right?
Right.
Because
So
we're all busy, right? So have it on 3 days.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
Whereabouts is this actually happening, though?
The Artisan Holiday Show and Sale is happening at the Bayshore, December 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. So it'll be Friday evening and from
5 to
9, and then Saturday and Sunday 9 to 5. There's going to be food on hand to purchase through Fresh Roots Catering at CMHA. We're very excited to have them doing the food. Chef Trevor's amazing. And we're also going to have a wee visit from the big man himself. Santa will be around Saturday and Sunday between 1 and 3, both days.
Wow.
He'll be walking around, shaking hands, taking photos, handing out candies.
Selfies.
Lots of selfies.
Well, that's good to know, because sometimes, you know, parents can't get their kids to a place where Santa is, and then sometimes there's a cost involved with that. So here you can do selfies and take in the show. Oh, this sounds very exciting.
And the show is like
it's so broad, right? Because so you have all the vendors doing amazing things. Then you get to eat while you're there with food from Fresh Roots, right? And then our youth awareness team is going to be at the door, but also at the door with us is information. So let's say you've had a question about a service. Like we've all just come out of the pandemic, and people worry, you know, is there enough services? Where can I find the right service? Well, come talk to us while you're there. So like, how many things is that in one show? Like it's awesome.
That is amazing. And I think that that's maybe if you have a child or relative that you think maybe is struggling with something, to go to this art and craft show, you know, and maybe they'll get exposed to some opportunities to talk to somebody or find out, oh, right, I could call this number or I could do that or this is what's going on.
And for how many of us, that creative outlet is what's our go-to, it's what's our coping strategy. So painting and creating and baking and cooking is so that's what's so great about the mix.
And we all have that in common, you know, because a lot of people love to bake as a de-stressor, right? Or do they just bury themselves in the kitchen? Problem is we got to eat all that stuff afterwards.
But if you make it a de-stressor as well, though.
I know, but it's I know.
There's something cathartic about licking fingers. Right?
And beaters.
Absolutely.
It's funny because Raquel was just on and she's an artist and she said the same idea that when she's painting and thinking about something and focusing on something, that it's a form of meditation. It's quiet, it's peaceful. You're not scatterbrained and thinking about the 5,000 different things that run around in my little mouse brain or mouse wheel, and it is meditation. So it's it all ties in.
But sometimes when you're cooking, a faux pas that I've done is I've missed something in the recipe because I wasn't concentrating. Eggs are very important sometimes in a recipe.
Yes.
That was bad girl. Bad.
Well, sticky notes happened when a recipe didn't go the way it was supposed to. So you know, it doesn't always. It's not always a bad thing.
That's right.
So how did this come up? How did you two get together to put this? Like it just seems like a match made in heaven on what you've done here.
Jackie and I have been friends for several years, and we've worked together on different projects. So the girls and I were sitting around planning, plotting our event, and we're like, okay, well, we need to do. We want to tie it to the community somehow. We want to do something, and we need food. So we broke up the meeting and went our separate ways, and it clicked. Well, CMHA, why didn't I think of this before? They've got everything. They've got fantastic food to offer while supporting their own clients as well. And then, of course, Jackie. The youth awareness program clicked for me mostly because getting through COVID, seeing friends with kids, being in school, out of school, seeing the struggle that they were going through, it made sense to have Jackie and the youth awareness program receive the funds basically from the door and any donations that people would like to give. So
and just being at the door, because I like to say, you know, there's lots of people at CMHA that get paid to listen, but we get paid to talk. So you want chatty beans at the door.
And who better, exactly.
Welcome.
It's perfect. It really is perfect.
It's a great entrance into the show.
Definitely. The happiest entrance, really.
Yeah. Oh, it's a fabulous idea.
Yeah. Now, is there an admission fee or?
Yep. We've set the admission fee at $2, but people can donate anything that they want over and above, and we do encourage that. It's going to a great cause. We, as organizers, are not taking any of the door at all. It is all going to the youth awareness program.
That's so sweet.
Same with the food. Fresh Roots Catering and Cafe is taking everything from the food sales. We just want to give back. That's all. We want to highlight how fabulous the artisans and crafters of Grey and Bruce counties are. So we've got well over 50 vendors from around both counties, and some are from right here in Owen Sound from the Artist Co-op. Others are coming all the way from way up in the Bruce Peninsula. From Society of Artists, and just all around the area. So we're very excited to have them. We're still getting people interested in joining our show. So it's like, hey, we're
We're running out of room, but
We get another room.
maybe next year we'll get another room, make the show a little bit bigger and expand and just get as many as we can.
Yeah.
And the food is really well priced because the cafe itself, like the most expensive thing on the menu is like $6, and that'll be the same at the show. So to be able to get like an egg salad sandwich or a roasted veggie wrap or the curry chickpea soup and a coffee and have it be less than $10, like you can't always do that these days. So
definitely,
yeah, you sure can't. You sure can't. And the food is fabulous. I know from firsthand experience.
So even if you're not looking for a gift, right?
Yeah.
Go down and support the kitchen.
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely. Pay a little admission fee to get in. It goes to a great cause, and then have a wonderful meal. Right? Yeah. Wow, you guys this is just wonderful. It's a magical moment. I really do think it is.
That's us.
we've even dressed in the same color.
Oh my goodness. What other things do you have going on downtown? I know you're always busy. You're everywhere.
Well, we just got out of the parade. That was cold. It was so fun.
It was fun.
So our youth team were the walkabout characters that you saw. So there were some Disney characters and then the elves, and that was our students and our staff. And then we're also going to be part of that Hockey Night in Canada event. We're going to be helping with that a little bit. There's always something going on. We just finished selling Cinnabons, so deadline was today, so that was really fun. Yeah, there's always, but for the majority of the part, Monday to Thursday, we're out in the school, so this was just random that we could be here today, because we're, our happy place is 10 schools a month, but just with everything going on, we're going to 14 schools a month, and so trying to schedule that is a bit messy. But we see on average about 3,000 students every month in those visits. So the idea being that we can go once a month and talk about all sorts of things rather than trying to fit the topic of mental health into one 45-minute presentation. We can talk about all sorts of things. This is Bullying Awareness Month, so like tomorrow we're in Walkerton, and it's our play around bullying, and it's not so much if there's anything I know about bullies, you can't change the bully, but we can always change how we respond, and we want kids to know that they still have power, they still have things that they can do, and that there is always help.
Wow, I did not know you did that. That's amazing. Yeah, because kids do need that little tidbit of how to survive the bully.
Because there's always going to be another one, right?
Oh,
so
it never ends.
So how do we get through that, and what do we need inside all that resilience piece?
Yes. Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Wow, amazing. I'm glad you're doing what you're doing. Yeah, very much so. Now, I also have to say, I know nothing about what you're talking about, this Big Mama sauce. You have to. I'm sorry, but you have to educate me. The dumb ditty is sitting here in the chair not knowing anything. It sounds fabulous, this sauce that you're making.
I have a food line. That's my business. It's my company. So Big Mama's Kitchen Creations, or BMKC Canada, depending on who you talk to. I was known as the barbecue lady or the sauce lady for the longest time.
The saucy lady.
Yes, there's that too. So the product line has expanded tenfold over the years. Started off with 5 barbecue sauces. I now have 8, 9 barbecue sauces, 4 Asian sauces, 12 dry rubs, 3 of which have won awards in the States, which I'm very proud of. And then I also have 6 hot sauces. All have placed very highly in the award circuit, but one was voted Best Reaper Sauce at the 2020 Canadian Hot Sauce Awards. And my latest sauce, the hottest one, my Baba Yaga, it's a blueberry lemon hot sauce, and it is currently at the Royal being judged right now. So
oh my goodness!
Oh my gosh! So where can people buy this?
Yeah,
everywhere.
We're getting there. I get it at the Artist Gallery
here in Owen Sound. The Artist Co-op in their food gallery has pretty much everything I carry.
Yep.
Highland Grounds in Flesherton.
Eugenia's got Garage 13 in Eugenia.
My word.
Like all the veggie stands around.
That's a bit much, but
well, if it's not, it should be.
Yep. Goldsmiths in Thornbury, Cook's Cupboard in Southampton and Port Elgin. There's a number of places. Everything can be found on my website.
And you've got a website. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I was just gonna. I love being able to send a bottle of something with the name of Owen Sound right on it. I've sent it off to France with the kids when they did an exchange.
Right,
Yeah, and it's
right.
like, here's something from our hometown.
Yes.
Boy, you get a lot of pride in our hometown and our creative people. Yeah, it's amazing.
Wow, amazing. Very good. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Oh, it's been a wonderful day today. I've learned so much.
Come back to Grey County Life.
I know. My goodness. And so you've started all of this right in Owen Sound.
I did start at Owen Sound just before COVID. Sorry to say, I moved out of Owen Sound. I'm now in Port Elgin, but you can still get my products here, obviously.
Yeah. Oh, that is fabulous. And of course, they're all local products that you're putting into it. Well, the best that you can.
Yes, local ingredients.
By the sounds of the line you're offering, there might be a few things that have to be outside of that, but it's you've done a wonderful job in promoting this area.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You will be one of the artisans at the
I will
show?
be.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Okay.
All of us will be there, all four of us.
And
Debbie.
Santa, don't forget Santa.
And Santa.
Yes. Bring your grandkids.
So
Bring
we
your
don't have to
kids,
buy
your
tickets
grandkids.
beforehand. We've got to buy tickets. Just show up at the door.
Just show up.
When you're ready to start shopping. Yep.
Ooh.
And start supporting.
December 2nd, 3rd, and 4th.
Yep.
Ah.
5 to 9 on Friday night, 9 to 5 on Saturday and Sunday.
Isn't that easy to remember?
It is.
Right?
You guys are good.
Yes, it is. Oh my goodness. So 50 vendors, and bring a bag, maybe, in case
Yes,
you're buying
please.
lots of stuff.
Bring an empty trunk.
An
that
empty
too.
trunk, suitcase. Yes.
Suitcase,
Oh my goodness.
Backpacks.
Come
load up.
hungry
And come hungry.
and curious.
And curious. Yeah. Oh my goodness. You guys have nailed all of it. You've got it all, and there's 50 people there, 50 vendors. Pardon me. Wow. So are the vendors listed then on this web page here? The
Yes,
Artisan?
they're all highlighted. You can see photos of their work, and then there's also a write-up. And if they have media, then there's also links to their own private sites, whether it's website or Instagram or Facebook.
Wonderful.
And the Facebook right now is highlighting some of the different vendors, so you can get to know them, see a picture of them, what they do, a little bit of story about them.
So you know what you want to get.
Oh my gosh.
Get right to that vendor.
You can pre-shop
quickly.
online.
Yeah, that's my kind of shopping. Yes. Okay.
Organized.
Well, thank you so much for coming, ladies. This has been such an education piece for me today. Thank you so much, because I know where I'm going. December 2nd. I want to get there early. Okay?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, if somebody wants to contribute more than the $2, is there an opportunity to get a tax receipt for those
Absolutely.
donations?
Yeah, we have
Awesome.
the ability to do that.
Okay.
Excellent. Okay.
Wow. Well, thank you so much. We have to move on to our next guest, but thanks, girls.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much.
December 2nd and
Third and fourth.
2,
and
3,
4th.
4.
That's right.
2, 3, 4.
2, 3, 4.
2, 3, 4. We know where we're going to be, and you're going to be there, Jackie. I think a lot of people are going to be there. Yep, just to see your shining personality. Yeah, absolutely.
We'll be in Christmas colors.
Yeah, definitely.
We should all be in Christmas colors. Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely.
It's
Well,
good.
We will be back after these messages with more Grey County Life on Rogers TV.
I think we were out of. Don't forget to tune in to Grey County Life next week.
We're going to have Renee with Adorable Adoptables back in the house.
It was my daughter's birthday. She was blowing out the candles on her cake when we heard coming from the TV. So we stopped and listened, and it helped us get to safety. That's why when I think of my daughter's birthday, because now she gets to keep having them.
Hey, Grey County. Think it's too late to become more fit? Think again. I'm personal trainer Karen Ross, specializing in 55+ fitness. My mission is to help you find your way back to health and wellness. I'll give you the knowledge and the power to take control of your own fitness path. Everyone deserves quality of life for their entire life. Tune in to A Little Bit Fit with me, Karen Ross, right here on Rogers TV.
here with me for Knights. Tune in on Fridays at 5 to watch Knights hockey. Alessandro Supino here with Knights hockey. Tune in to Rogers TV 5 o'clock on Friday for the game.
Just
Say
center.
Yeah. Welcome back to Grey County Life on Rogers TV. We have Morag Budgeon from the Georgian Bay School of Arts.
For the Arts, yes.
For the Arts.
Although
yes.
it may say in your title the Georgian Bay Center for the Arts, we just recently are trying to rebrand it to school so that people have more of a sense of what we are.
Yes, that's
but lots of things still say center, either or.
Yep, absolutely. I do know that I have been there, and we were just talking before we came on that Krista has been there as well with family for an event for some learning.
It was a total surprise to me. My daughter Jennifer had planned a birthday class. It was my birthday, and she signed up her daughter and my mom. So we had 4 generations carving roosters, and it was such a hoot. And it was it was one of those key moments I'll never forget, right?
I even have samples of the roosters from the class that you did. This is Pierre Rousseau, who is a woodworker in town. He's involved with the Intersections Wood Gallery, but he does whittling with us. And he does spoons, and we have a spoon whittling class coming up where you actually get to keep your whittling tools. But these roosters are so adorable.
They are.
Yeah,
They're so cute.
They're so cute.
There's one coming up for Christmas trees.
Yes. Actually, no, it got canceled. It was tonight, and there weren't enough. And it's feast or famine. So we have lots of. If people aren't familiar with the Georgian Bay Center for the Arts or School for the Arts, we have classes that we run. We run about 30 classes a month.
Wow.
And they're focused at adult and children, but it's craft and art. So I started it with a friend of mine, Alan McIntosh, about 3 years ago, about 10 minutes before COVID hit.
Yeah.
And but we're both crafters, so I'm a jeweler, he's a metal worker, and we wanted a place where people could come to learn craft. Craft sometimes is a little true craft can take years and years to learn, 10,000 hours. So a jeweler, I went to school for 3 years. So it's not often that you can find a place where you can, there's lots of painting classes, which I love, and I'm not disparaging, they're amazing, but there's not a lot of places you can go and take pottery or have a full jewelry studio, stained glass. So we wanted to focus on craft and art. So that's why the whittling and the clay, and we run about 30 classes a month, but sometimes we just don't have enough people, especially since COVID. I think we're rebuilding that audience, and we've had to cancel a few classes lately. And of course, with all that snow this past weekend, we did have to cancel quite a few. But so it's always a juggling act. Yeah.
It is with anything that you try to, any event you try to prepare, you always have to give and take in order to make things work. But you are making this work.
We are. We're working very hard, and we're getting lots of renovations done right now. We were the grateful recipient of a Trillium grant recently for $100,000, which is amazing. I haven't actually announced it. This is me announcing it, I think. We're going to work on it in the new year, announcing it. That is all for all new equipment. New jewelry benches, new pottery wheels, new kilns, so we're so excited about that. It'll be in the new year that we'll start working on getting all that equipment. But we've worked really hard and started out with a lot of donated equipment and tools that maybe aren't the greatest. So it's really exciting for us to elevate that, our tools and equipment as well, because they're so important.
They are. I've always said that too. Like if you're learning an instrument, a poor quality instrument may make it a short lesson because it just doesn't sound right. It doesn't feel good. But when you've got good equipment like that, what a fantastic thing.
We're very excited about that. We're very, very excited. And we're doing some renovations to the building as well, because we're in the old bingo hall, which is a purpose-built Kresge's in 1939. Yes. And it was a dump when we moved in, let's just say. In fact, we still have many, many drips. But we have some money as well that we received from the federal government to do some work, new lighting and all kinds of things. One of the things, actually, the new thing that we're excited about is we're getting a computer lab. So we're renovating a room. We're going to have 8 iMacs, and we'll be able to do some digital art as well, some Illustrator and even just all kinds of something we've never dabbled in before.
Yeah. Wow.
I did bring some items. To show you of classes that are coming up and classes that we have. I took this class, which is a mitten making. And in January, we have a moccasin making. And in February, we have the mitten making again. A young woman, Brittany Jones, does these classes. She's Anishinaabe and has quite a few crafts. She just finished one that was porcupine quill and birch bark ornaments, but these are amazing. I am so proud of these. Hopefully my son isn't watching because they are his Christmas present. Oopsie. We did the beading on them. One is a yellow perch and one is a pike.
Wow.
But so to make something like that, so satisfying, very satisfying.
Yeah.
We do have a lot of kids classes too that we're really trying to lean into our kids classes, and I did bring up a couple of samples of the kids when they throw on the pottery wheel, sometimes it can be a bit wonky. So we came up with this great idea of turning them into monsters.
Yeah.
So the fact that it's not perfect actually works out really well. They've got these. So our kids classes are really quite elevated, I feel. We do stained glass, we do clay, we do painting, we do wood, we've got a PD day coming up as well.
Yes,
where they're going to do a bit of woodworking in that. So we're trying to lean into those kids programming. We've got, you can see the pictures of, that's actually one of our that's a clay 2 class, and there's one of the instructors. So having the clay studio there is really amazing.
Yeah.
And that is our most popular thing. So you can start out, that one's for the segment that I didn't make on today for the farmer's market, but I do manage the farmer's market. There's basket weaving. That's happening this weekend on Saturday, basket weaving, and it's lovely. In fact, I'm going to take it because it is a really great gift. It's just a day. You come in and you make this amazing basket.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Who's the instructor for that?
Michelle Mink, who is a teacher. She's a high school art teacher lives up in the peninsula, and so she teaches our basket weaving, and she teaches clay as well.
Oh, wow.
So we do. That's another really great thing about our place is we do hire instructors from around here. So it's another way for them to supplement their income and to actually pass on those skills, because a lot of art and craft skills are actually becoming extinct.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I've watched a show recently where they said that nobody makes handmade cricket balls anymore. That's actually gone extinct. So I think it's really important. I know it's a bit bizarre but it's still those things.
It's our human history.
Mm-hmm. And it's really important to make sure that these skills still are alive, and that's one of our purposes at GB Arts, to come and try your hand at these things that and learn that it does take a skill, and we can as well appreciate the things that we see. When you go to the Artist Co-op and you see those beautiful mugs, you've done the pottery there, Rhonda. You have a sense of that now.
Absolutely.
It's hard.
Yeah,
oh, my word.
So difficult.
Mine was so, yes, I have
you've
a
only
great
done it
appreciation.
once, so you can't expect it to be. You should be really proud that you did it and what you came out with.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, well, and we can go online or we can pop into.
You can.
GB.
So gbarts.ca, arts with an S, and all our classes are listed on there. Right now I'm booking for February.
Yep. Well, it's a perfect time to do a class when it's cold and blustery.
That's right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for this week, and thank Morag for coming
Thanks,
in.
guys.
And we will see you next week on Rogers TV, and God willing, Miss Mary Jane will be back. Yay! We miss her.
Call the Rogers TV viewer response line, email us, or connect with us on social media.
Hello, I'm Liz Dowdswell, Lieutenant Governor of Ontario. In 2008, carbon monoxide, a deadly invisible gas, killed an entire family in our province. That tragedy led to a new law requiring homes with potential CO sources to have alarms. John Gignac's family members passed away that day, and he shares his story to save others.
Please make sure you have working CO alarms in your home. Protect your family today.
What is it?
Anxiety disorder.